Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, so Rickey the Morning Show. Hey, it is time for the hot spot. It's the bottom of the hour. Filling in for Brat this morning. We got the one and only Alfredas. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Rickey, let's get into it. So Albie Shore says he is the last man standing who knows the real truth about Diddy, and he's ready to expose it. While promoting his memoir on Fox 5 New York, Al questioned the natural causes behind his ex, Kim Porter's death back in 2018, and he says she used to warn him to watch his back around Diddy. Now, Al says federal prosecutors have subpoenaed him to testify in Diddy's sex trafficking case, and he plans to do it. Al even hinted that Diddy may have been involved in his 2022 coma with liver failure. Here's what he had to say.
If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive.
Wow. Al's son, Quincy, whom he shares with Kim, still calls Diddy Pops even after her passing. Now, Kim's kids spoke out last year, you might remember this, saying there was no foul play in her death, and they asked folks to respect her peace. Prosecutors say Kim and Al's stories will not be a major part of the trial. Jury selection is expected to wrap up today, with opening statements set to begin afterward. In other news, John Legend is speaking from the heart about Kanye West, and y'all, he seems to be heartbroken. In a new sit-down with The Times, John says it's been tough to watch the devolution instead of evolution of his former friend and mentor. He called Ye's spiral into anti-Semitism and anti-black rhetoric straight up sad. He added that this is not the same Kanye who signed me back in 2004. Now, according to John, the old Ye was a visionary who was passionate and gifted and driven, and he wanted to lift everybody around him up. Now, he says it's hard and sometimes even shocking to see how far things have fallen. Lastly, Queen Meghan Markle pulled up for Queen Bey and brought her prince for some royal PDA. Come on, y'all. Give me something. That was pretty good. Come on. Meghan dropped a photo dump from the Carter Cowboy concert in L.A. She gave fans a glimpse into their glam night out. In one clip, Harry's seen sneaking a sweet kiss on her cheek. Another shot has them cheesing in a cute little selfie. And there's one where they're laughing like nobody else is in the stadium. It was date night, but with royal vibes. For more information on these stories, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. You can catch me on social media at George Alfredas. Coming up next, Rock T's got that joke of the day on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
Rickey
All right,
did.
so Rickey the Morning Show. It's about that time. It's time for the hot spot. Sitting in for the one and only the Brat Alfredas. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Rickey. Diddy is in the hot seat with his sex trafficking trial. It's kicking off today. His defense team is throwing some wild accusations. They say Cassie was also abusive in that relationship. They're owning up to the domestic violence part, but they're questioning when it went from mutual to controlling. Now, the video from that 2016 hotel incident is not part of the main charges. However, they are going to use it to paint Diddy in a certain light. He tried to block it from being shown, but the court was not having it. Shifting gears, Kendrick Lamar is out here dominating the 25th annual BET Awards with 10 nominations. He is up for Album of the Year with GNX and Best Male Hip Hop Artist. Oh, and his track, Not Like Us, could grab Video of the Year and maybe even the Viewer's Choice Awards. We got Doechii, Drake, Future, and Glorilla all tied for 6 nominations, while SZA and The Weeknd aren't too far behind with 4 each. Kevin Hart's host already know it's going to be a whole comedy show, and it's all going down in L.A. next month. Lastly, A$AP Rocky might have just dropped the ultimate hint about baby number 3 with Rihanna. When Seth Meyers asked if they were going to keep the vibe going with those unique names like Riot and RZA, A$AP gave a little chuckle. Listen to what he said.
So your first 2 kids have R names. Obviously, you and Rihanna have R names. Is this a lock that the third will have an R name, do you think?
For sure.
For sure.
Guess they're going to keep us guessing on what the name's going to be. Yeah, it's kind of cool. For more info on these stories,
I just want to ask, can TJ step up to the mic?
TJ, no, she's not in today, and she might be like in the hospital. I'm not sure.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. We're talking about from driving around with Gary in the car.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it was
somebody.
scary.
I know you were scared. I know TJ, our producer, was scared, and then she fell asleep in the back of Gary's car. I don't know who took a picture.
It was me.
But y'all need to go to RS Comedy and look what somebody did. Y'all wrong.
Wait. I gotta do this right now. Hold on.
With the music, y'all
Okay,
wrong.
what did somebody do?
TJ, no, because she went to sleep. She went to sleep in the back of Gary's car because she was scared because of the way he drives. Gary, look.
What's wrong with y'all?
Click on the music, Gary.
Y'all are
Click
not.
on that.
Somebody gonna put Tremaine Hawkins music. I'm going up yonder. You wrong, TJ. Gary.
Oh, she gonna quit. Oh,
y'all leave a comment. Hey, if you ever ride in the car with Gary, you better take her now because you're gonna be scared for your life.
You are not lying.
No.
She went to sleep because she couldn't take it.
It's true. It's true.
Oh man, her hair be so pretty.
Yes, it does, Jesus.
You got to go to RS Comedy for that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, RS Comedy. Y'all leave a comment and y'all pray for Alfreda's, pray for TJ, and pray for Gary with that unsafe driving and
I'm
road
going to go to
rage.
therapy today. For more
I know.
information on these stories, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. You can catch me on social media at Georgia Alfreda's. Coming up next, White Stone's got the praise mix down on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat. Excuse me. And this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Tory Lanez has reportedly been rushed to the hospital after being stabbed 14 times while out on the prison yard. He was stabbed 2 times in the head, 7 times in the back, 1 in the face, and 4 in the torso. A post on his Instagram page said both of his lungs collapsed and he was placed on a breathing apparatus, but he is now breathing on his own. And despite being in pain, he's talking normally, and they say he's in good spirits. The incident happened yesterday morning at a California correctional institution. While the motivation for the attack is unclear, the report states that another inmate was the culprit, and the singer was immediately transported to a nearby hospital. Thankfully, the injury is said to be non-life-threatening, and as we all know, Tory is currently serving a 10-year sentence for shooting Meg Thee Stallion in 2020. So I'm
That's
glad.
crazy.
I'm glad he's okay, but you can't play with them people in prison. I don't know what happened, but it's better to just stay to yourself and don't be in there bragging. Don't be in there trying to be extra. Just do your time.
But they don't protect you?
No, you think
Not on the
security?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Not
you're a
anywhere.
celebrity.
That
But it's
don't
You
matter.
got to be join the Nation of Islam or something.
Yeah, you an inmate.
That don't matter. You make it work the best way you can, but you try not to piss nobody off.
Really?
Absolutely. All right, y'all, moving on. During the opening statements of Diddy's sex trafficking trial that started yesterday, he was accused of brutally beating Cassie one night after discovering that she was allegedly having an affair with another man. Prosecutor Emily Johnson detailed that Diddy was kicking her in the back and flinging her around like a rag doll. In this particular incident, Johnson said in court, furious, he set out to find her. He said he would kill the man. However, Diddy did not find the man after breaking into his house. Johnson also claimed that as a result of allegedly discovering Cassie's affair, Diddy threatened to release videos of her having sex with male prostitutes. And let's keep his daughters lifted in prayer, y'all, because it was reported that they removed themselves. They left the courtroom once the male stripper testified about his sexual experiences with Cassie and Diddy. I heard it was some very horrendous things.
Oh yeah, I've been reading about it.
Horrendous.
It's a lot.
Yeah, he had somebody.
It's a lot.
Urinate in her mouth.
No.
It's a lot.
It was a lot. All right, you know what? We're gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note. Anybody got to pee?
No.
I do. I got to get some coffee and pee.
Oh, no.
All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Hit us up for them wake-up calls, y'all, at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Tory Lanez has reportedly been rushed to the hospital after being stabbed 14 times when he was on the prison yard. He was stabbed 2 times in the head, 7 times in the back, 1 in the face, and 4 in the body. Now, on his Instagram page, he posted, his Instagram page posted both of his lungs collapsed and he was placed on a breathing apparatus, but he is okay now. He's breathing on his own, and despite the pain that he's in, he's talking normally and in good spirits. This happened yesterday morning at the California Correctional Institution. While the motivation of the attack is unclear, the reports say that definitely another inmate was the culprit, and he was immediately transported to a nearby hospital. Thankfully, the injury was non-life-threatening. Tory is currently serving a 10-year sentence for shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the feet in 2020. So we glad that he's okay. Prison ain't no game, ain't no place to play around. Just stay to yourself and just mind your own business. I don't know what happened, but people get jealous. They might know he had some money, or they might ain't no telling. But after that happened, hopefully maybe he could get moved or something, cause man. But no matter where you go, you just have to be careful and always keep your eyes open. That is crazy. So
yeah.
All right, y'all, we're going to move on to this next story. T-Pain has given us some super rare footage of the exact moment in 2008 when he decided to rhyme mansion with Wisconsin for his hit song Can't Believe It featuring Lil Wayne. He'd be like, I'm in a mansion somewhere in Wisconsin. And it was real popular. He posted the special moment on X. And in the video, he can be heard asking the engineer if that's how Wisconsin natives pronounce the name of the state as he tries to mimic their accent. Check this out.
I can put you in a log cabin somewhere in Aspen. Girl, it ain't nothing to the pain. Even got what you asking for. Put you in a mansion somewhere in Wisconsin. That's how they say it, ain't it? Wisconsin? Do they say Wisconsin? Do they say Wisconsin? I think Wisconsin people say Wisconsin.
Love him.
Did he force it, or do y'all think do they say Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
No. Wisconsin. No, I don't think so.
Wisconsin.
But that's okay. That's what lyrical people do. Rappers, we do that all the time to make it rhyme. But it ended up being real, real catchy, and people loved it. They say it to this day. All right, y'all. Last but not least, Beyonce has just made history by setting the record for the biggest single venue engagement by a female artist in box score history with her Cowboy Carter tour. According to Billboard, B grossed $55.7 million and sold 217,000 tickets during her first 5 shows, y'all. Yes. At SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Billboard reports that every show was completely sold out, packed wall to wall, Gary. During her 3-hour performance, Beyonce captivated the crowd with a flawless
3 hours
of 3 hours of reimagined classics and new hits while serving fashion, choreography, Gary, and pure excellence.
Well, I'm believing what the press is saying. I think she's really trying to get away from Jay-Z, so that's why she's performing a lot and getting out the house and stuff.
Man, you will find the negative in anything.
Everything.
And I really believe, too, that Jay-Z may have bought those tickets out, too, because, to make
Gary, come on.
Ricky, but
That's
wherever
a
there's a little
stretch,
smoke, there's some fire, though, honey. I'm telling you.
That's a stretch.
And Miss Tina putting it all out in her book, baby. Keep reading Miss Tina's book, honey. She's going to tell y'all more, honey.
No,
that's a stretch, bro.
He's there every time to support his wife with their whole family.
They in love and they ain't going nowhere.
And while we on there, honey, have y'all seen the latest press, honey, with poor little Rumi, honey? How you remember the first day Rumi came out, baby? This girl was waving at everybody like she was in the parade. The next show she came out. You
ain't finna get us.
We're not gonna talk about nobody's kids.
We ain't finna come up missing.
Well, she didn't come out waving, baby.
She did. She actually do still wave. She do still wave.
Both wave.
She do still wave, and she do
Man,
still get excited.
They
And we
say-
love seeing Rumi.
They say Rumi had a moment day one, but baby day two, they say,
No, she still waves.
You're a lie.
She still waves. Yes.
Are y'all talk about that on Dish Nation?
Did we? Yeah.
Boy, they're gonna put y'all off. Let me call. Let me make a
Gary,
phone call.
don't talk about nobody's kids.
That's not a kid.
We love. She is their child. We
No, I'm
love
not talking
seeing
about it. I'm just
Rumi.
saying how it don't make no sense. They should
She
let
just
Rumi wave
excited,
and be
girl,
who
the
she
first time
She
on
still
stage.
waves. She
Blue
still
Ivy
waves.
used to going on stage. Girl,
She still gets excited.
Big it up, baby. Go in the press and see, honey, baby.
We don't care about what they say. She still brings her kids out, and she loves it. And they love their mommy, and she hugs Beyonce so tight. And it's such a touching moment for the audience.
Brett,
For all of
Brett,
us
don't
to
try to
see.
explain nothing to him.
That was day one, baby. Day two.
Right,
We're
Brett,
going to wrap up the hot
wrap it up,
spot on that note. We love everybody's children. Children are beautiful gifts to the world.
Yes, they are.
For more
Brett, get off,
information-
Brett. Get off
for
the
more
radio. Go to
information on
commercial.
these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com.
Yes, Lord.
Coming up next, we got the White Stone with the praise
Yes, Lord.
mix down.
Brett.
The time now is
You heard it,
24
Brett.
minutes before the top of the hour.
Brett,
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Brett.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is time for the hot spot with the one and only the Brat. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, the guy who allegedly attacked and stabbed Tory Lanez in prison is serving a life sentence for a murder charge, and this wasn't his first violent incident behind bars. The California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation said that Tory was allegedly attacked by inmate Santino Casio around 7:20 a.m. on Monday morning. They said 42-year-old Casio has been placed in restricted housing pending an investigation. Casio was sentenced to life with the possibility of parole for second-degree murder, first-degree attempted murder, and personal use of a dangerous or deadly weapon, and inflicting great bodily injury. So this person that stabbed Tory Lanez has history of being violent. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if Tory said something to him or if he was just, harboring anger from his sentence and just doing whatever.
Just be jealousy.
When you have life, you don't really care what you do. You in there anyway. Yeah. So you can do whatever almost because you ain't getting out no time soon, no way. So I'm glad Tory is okay though, no matter what he did to anybody. Like, we don't want nobody to lose their life, especially not violently in prison like that. All right, y'all, moving on. Cassie Ventura, she took the stand yesterday and she had some old graphic testimonies against Diddy. She said during their relationship, Diddy forced her into the disturbing freak-offs where he allegedly arranged sexual encounters with others that he directed and filmed. She alleged that the freak-offs would sometimes happen while she was on her cycle, and he would occasionally urinate on her. They could last up to 48 hours, and they were fueled by drugs. Cassie said they became a job. She testifies that on one occasion, a blow-up pool of baby oil and lubricants was placed in a hotel room, and she was told to get inside in her outfit and shoes. She also said close to 10 large bottles of baby oil would be used during each freak-off. She described his violent outbursts, controlling behavior, emotional manipulation, right down to how she wore her hair and did her nails. She said that behind closed doors, she lived in fear of Combs, who allegedly abused her mentally and physically during their relationship that began in 2006 and ended in 2018. That's a long time to stay.
Yeah.
Their relationship started when she
Probably
was around.
thought she was going to die. She saw what was happening around her.
Yeah, their relationship started around 19, 20 years old. The infamous video footage of Diddy beating Ventura in a hotel hallway happened during a freak-off at the hotel. Cassie is set to resume her testimony this morning. Y'all, any comments, y'all? Anything y'all want to say?
It makes me so sad. She was 19. She was a baby when he took advantage of her, and I think that's why she stayed so long. She didn't, not to mention like, hey, I'll show these videos to people.
And there was also allegedly a lot of threats made against her and her family that he had let her know he had the resources to make things happen if she left.
Oh my goodness,
it's sad.
She is so lucky and blessed that she's able to even have children. in the first place.
Yes.
And I'm so thankful that she got out of that situation.
Me too. I'm happy she's moved on and is able to be happy.
Yes.
I'm sure she has to go through a lot of therapy,
Oh,
though.
my
So,
gosh, sure.
Kudos to her husband for sticking around and being a rock for her. You know what I'm saying? And making sure they have a secure family, because that's a lot to go through for so many years.
Yeah. And applaud her for the courage.
For the courage and how brave she is to speak out.
Because she really could have took her money and went on about her business or whatever, but, to make sure that he don't victimize somebody else, and had to sit there while pregnant in front of her husband, relive all of that stuff, and going through the insults of the defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy.
And now we all know, now the whole world knows intimate details of her sexual life with him.
Yes. And then, the opposing side is going to really try to drill her and make her seem like she lying, or make her seem like, why did you do it? And why did you, that's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible to have to go through and relive. That is really bad. So we're going to keep her and everybody else that's going through it in our prayers. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, y'all. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got Rock T's HBC. You know who we repping today, Rock T?
Bringing it chat, let's holler at Wilberforce University.
Hey.
That's next on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Pimpin'.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Cassie Ventura, she took the stand yesterday with a graphic testimony against Diddy. She says during the relationship, Diddy forced her into disturbing freak-offs where she allegedly arranged sexual encounters with others that he directed and filmed. She allegedly said that the freak-offs would sometimes happen while she was on her cycle, and he would occasionally urinate on her, and they could last up to 48 hours if they were fueled by drugs. Cassie said they became a job. She testifies that on one occasion, a blow-up pool of baby oil and lubricants was placed in a hotel room, and she was told to get inside in her outfit and shoes. She also testified that he abruptly left the freak-off to confront his longtime rival, Suge Knight, at a Los Angeles diner. She recalled that Combs and his bodyguard, dressed in black, grabbed some firearms, and went down to confront Knight, leaving her in distress. She expressed fear and pleaded with Combs not to do anything reckless, but he ignored her concerns. Ooh, Lord, y'all. Cassie is set to resume her testimony this evening. It is all coming out, but I'm sure the other side is going to try to discredit everything she's saying, so this is going to be very, very interesting. A lot of stuff is coming out, and I'm going to have more details every time I come back in the hot spot. All right, y'all, moving on. Snoop Dogg announced his new 21-track album and film. It's arriving Thursday, May 15th. While on Access Hollywood, he said the 21st album, Is It a Crime?, was titled after being questioned about some of the things that he has done. Check this out.
I'm dropping a brand new movie and an album. The name of it is It a Crime? Just some of the things that I do, that I've done, that have been in speculation, and I just want to ask the question, is it a crime? Is it a crime for me to do the things that I do? Is it a crime for me to take care of people, to love people, to be there for people? Is it a crime for me to be me?
People are speculating that he's referencing his decision to perform at the Trump-sanctioned inauguration event that still attracts trolling, people trolling his IG comments. The project features Pharrell, Sexy Red, Wiz Khalifa, La Russell, and more.
Well, my thing, is it a crime for him to take Sade's title?
Huh?
Yep. That's Sade's song, Is It a Crime?
His is IZ.
Oh, that's how he spelled it?
Uh-huh.
Well, he need to say is.
It's all right, Gary.
He said is.
It's all right, Gary.
Okay, good. I'm looking out for
People use
Sade.
titles all the time. You don't have to look out for Sade.
He thought he ate with that one, too.
He did.
Diddy came for you.
I would say is.
There you go. He thought he ate with that one.
What? Oh, Gary.
Go on, Brad.
Once again.
Once again,
Just
Gary.
dumb.
Just came on in and just.
What is he
rock? Gary.
Dumb.
For more information on these stories and more, y'all can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got the White Stone with the praise mixed down. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. Would you stop moaning?
I ain't paying no
You
attention.
got her,
honey.
Gary. You got her.
I'm not paying
my
nobody
God.
no attention, honey.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, this is the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Rickey? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, where we bring you movies, and where we bring you more. Okay, let's get off into it. The prosecution star witness, y'all, Cassie, was back on the stand yesterday, and she told the jury about the first time Diddy beat her and how he threatened to release the footage from the freak-offs. She said that at the end of their relationship in 2018, he took her home after a nice closure conversation and then raped her on the living room floor while she was already in a relationship with her current husband. She told the jury the freak-offs would often lead to urinary tract infections and sores in her mouth from all the oral sex. She testified that after she briefly dated rapper Kid Cudi in 2011, Combs threatened to blow up Cudi's car. Shortly thereafter, Cudi's vehicle did indeed explode in his driveway. Cassie was avoiding making eye contact with Diddy. However, her husband, Alex Fine, frequently glared at him. Here's what a witness said happened.
So I was in the courtroom where this trial is taking place, and I was sitting right behind Cassie Ventura's husband, and I watched him as he sort of glared at Sean Combs at times, at the family, especially during the period of time where the prosecution showed photos of 13 men, different races, predominantly black men. These are all men that Cassie was able to identify in terms of names sometimes and where these freak-offs, these alleged freak-offs took place.
Lord have
Yeah,
mercy.
he going to jail.
Yeah, this is this is horrible. Oh my God.
And I don't blame the husband glaring at him, right?
Me
You just
either.
look at him like you
just
want
wanna
to fight him.
Yes.
Evil.
Well, prosecutors showed jurors photos of some of the sex workers from the freak-offs, including images of Cassie with some of the male escorts together. Her husband visibly avoided looking at any of those images while they were displayed. Today, Cassie will be cross-examined, meaning Diddy's attorneys will question her next. And y'all know that's going to be gruesome.
It's going to be ugly.
Like, I just couldn't imagine. She is so brave and so strong to have to relive all of this stuff and then get questioned about what happened to her.
Oh, yeah.
She 8 months pregnant, right?
Yeah, that's
Couldn't
crazy.
all this stress kind of like...
I don't know.
For sure,
I don't know.
stress can make you go into labor.
Go into
right?
labor, yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes people feel like they have to do this just where nobody else won't have to go through that or suffer.
And maybe
you know.
maybe it's therapeutic for her in a way.
Yeah,
you know?
getting it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope she's in therapy, you know.
I was just getting
every
ready to
day
say
after that trial. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
traumatizing for her.
Yeah, go to therapy, go get a massage.
Then
do
people on
something to
the
unwind.
internet trying to ask questions. Well, I wonder she was there for 10 years and just all that kind of
Just
stuff. Man,
stupid.
I hate it.
I hate
it.
it too. I hate it too.
Why would you sit up there, all of the stuff he even did and that she has testified to? Why are you sitting up here questioning whether somebody was there? Your mama was there for all those years. When your daddy and stepdaddy jumped on your mama, you ain't saying nothing about that. That was a lot of people. Stop placing judgment on her.
Yeah,
People love
man.
to question the victim.
They
Absolutely.
do. It's horrible. It is so disgusting. All right, let's move on, y'all, because there's new evidence in the Tory Lanez case
Not
where
y'all,
he was
Mama.
convicted of shooting Meg the Stallion in the foot. You stupid.
I know not mine.
Now, y'all, Kelsey's former bodyguard has reportedly come forward alleging that Kelsey was the one who shot Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, really? Now they talking?
Child, you too much, too little, too late to ever try again.
Yeah, that get on my nerve. And why you
Me
ain't
too.
testify that for the court?
Yeah, why you ain't say that when all of this was happening? He claims that he remained silent until now to protect her. Check this out.
Mr. James was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
Well, he couldn't tell. Why did he testify that in court? That's crazy to me.
Probably because they was all tipsy and high and didn't remember really exactly what happened. And then if he ended up with the gun in his hand and it happened fast and then More shots fired when he had the gun. You know, who knows who's child? I don't know, child. I just know they did a whole trial. They did all the witnesses. They did everything, and that's what they came out with, that he did it. So why didn't the driver say all of this stuff or the bodyguard then? This is so stupid. Like, now you're a day late and $1 short. That man is already behind bars.
It just don't damn pay to be famous no more. Look at all the controversies that come with fame now.
He got stabbed and shot and child, please.
If we was famous right now at the peak of our career, we'd be in jail or dead or something.
Child. Ooh, Lord have mercy. But we're going to keep all of those people lifted in prayer like Gary with the T would say. And for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. And Ricky, I cannot wait till your Hulu special come out on the 30th. That thing, I saw the little preview for that thing. That thing is crisp and clean with no caffeine, baby. And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Well, I already seen it. I was there, but I can't wait for the world to see it. All right, y'all, coming up next, Special K got the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. The time now is 24 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, so Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's time for the hot spot with the one and only, the Brat. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat. Ow! And this is the hot spot where we bring you music and we bring you movies and we bring you more. Well, I got breaking news. Chris Brown was arrested early this morning in Manchester, England, for allegedly attacking a music producer with a bottle 2 years ago. He was reportedly detained by police at the Lowry Hotel on suspicion of causing grievous bodily harm just after 2 a.m. The arrest stems from an attack that occurred back in February of 2023 at Tape nightclub in London. Producer Abi Dial alleged that Chris Brown struck him over the head with a bottle before punching him and kicking him as he laid on the floor. This allegedly caused Abby to go unconscious for 30 seconds. Abby has since filed a $16 million civil claim against Brown for damages. Manchester police say Chris Brown currently remains in custody.
Seems like a long time.
Dang.
Or he maybe hadn't been in England since then.
Yeah, probably. And I guess what they
had
out
a
of the
warrant for him?
jurisdiction. Probably. 2 in the morning, I would be like, what?
2 in the morning, I'd be asleep.
Man, maybe he was coming from somewhere. Well, he was at the hotel. I don't know. They probably just got him at the hotel. That's
you
crazy.
Go to sleep when you finish working.
All right, y'all, let's get into this last part
somewhere.
real quick. Yeah, man, we was just talking about that. Don't forget the club. You make enough money on
Yeah, them
drugs.
after parties back in the 90s or whatever, they weren't even safe then. They got to fighting at one after party in damn Hartford, Connecticut. I'm like, I ain't going no more after parties.
Well, he was at the hotel. It was just after 2 a.m. He may have actually been asleep, you know?
Right.
All right, y'all. The prosecution star witness Cassie yesterday was back on the stand, and she told the jury about the first time Diddy beat her and how he threatened to release the footage from the freak-offs. She said at the end of the relationship in 2018, he took her home after a nice closure conversation and then raped her on the living room floor while she was already in a relationship with her current husband. She told the jury freak-offs would lead often to urinary tract infections and sores in her mouth from all the oral. He wanted me to have a nickname for him. Ventura, 38, explained in court. He asked me what I call my grandfather, and I said Pop-Pop. So I guess that's what she ended up having to call him.
That is sick.
When she called Puppy Pop-Pop?
No, he asked what she called her grandfather, and she said Pop-Pop. So I guess that's what she ended up having to call him.
She's absolutely sick.
She testified that after she briefly dated rapper Kid Cudi in 2011, Combs threatened to blow up his car, and shortly thereafter, his car definitely exploded in the driveway. Cassie was avoiding making eye contact with Diddy. However, her husband, Alex Fine, frequently glared at him, and here's what a witness said.
So I was in the courtroom where this trial is taking place, and I was sitting right behind Cassie Ventura's husband, and I watched him as he sort of glared at Sean Combs at times, at the family, especially during the period of time where the prosecution showed photos of 13 men, different races, predominantly black men. These are all men that Cassie was able to identify in terms of names sometimes and where these freak-offs, these alleged freak-offs took place.
She probably didn't know who did it was looking at him. Of course, them over there looking like Danny Glover from The Color Purple when Celia left.
I mean, there was a lot of drugs and alcohol and stuff involved. A lot of drugs involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all crazy. Anyway, well, I'm gonna keep y'all posted on the Cassie stuff and everything else in the hospital that I always talk about. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to
what you call it? Just for Men special game.
Just for Men in Beijing.
We don't have none of that in prison.
None of that in commissary.
Coming up next, y'all, we got the praise mixed down with the White Stone. The time now is 24 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it live, drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show 29 after the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Rickey? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, yesterday was another whirlwind day in the Diddy trial as Cassie Ventura had a lot of important testimony while getting grilled by Diddy's defense team. Now, it was the third straight day that she was cross-examined. Jurors heard and read a bunch of communications between Diddy and Cassie, including text messages where Cassie reportedly seemed to be showing excitement for these freak-offs. Now, Harvey Levin from TMZ detailed some of these texts, and here's what he had to say.
The defense questioned Cassie about the freak-offs and whether she was consenting to them because she testified that she did early on, but then she didn't like it. They presented a text from March 2017. That is well into the relationship. Cassie said, "I love our freak-offs when we both want it," which is interesting because when we both want it does open the door to, well, what if she didn't want it?
Right. Ooh, Lord. And Michael B. Jordan's name is now in the middle of this trial. Diddy's defense brought him into the conversation yesterday. Now, Cassie testified that Diddy suspected that she was having an affair with Michael B. Jordan back in 2015 after she broke up with him while she was in South Africa filming a movie. Michael's name was reportedly among a list of celebs presented to the jury because Cassie referenced an unnamed actor in her 2023 lawsuit against Diddy, which she settled for $20 million within 24 hours of filing the suit. Now, in the lawsuit, Cassie claimed during the 2015 break from Diddy, she began a flirtatious relationship with an actor, which CNN later reported that it was Michael B. Jordan. Now, she also alleged in the suit that she spent New Year's Eve with the actor, and when Diddy found out, he called Michael and threatened him. Now, y'all, Cassie will be back on the stand today for more cross-examination, and Dawn Richard of Danity Kane is expected to testify today as well. Oh, my goodness. This is like the trial of the century. This like O.J. and the Michael Jackson trial. It's crazy. Like, they saying that Cassie wanted the freak-offs, where the other day, you know, Diddy was being painted to be the only one that wanted it, and it was all against her will. So we are finding out new things from each side. You know, it's her side, it's his side, and then it's the truth. So,
but then she say she participated because she loved him.
And
so
she
she
wanted to
probably
make him
didn't
happy.
want it. Yeah, so
Right.
she wanted to make him happy. So she probably didn't want it. She did it because she wanted to make him happy.
and then she also said when we both want
Right.
it, she likes him. So, but it does show that she kind of, you know, she kind of liked him at one point.
Well, anything new, you'll like it from the first time, but then, you know.
Y'all remember that white lady outside of the courtroom when they was doing the Michael Jackson verdict? Every time he got a verdict, she let a dove go. Alfred, that tickled the hell out of me. Every time they said not guilty, she'll go in the cage and she'll a dove. She was really, really white. She was a Michael Jackson.
What is really white? Like pale or just
Like real, like you know, cause you know ain't nobody black finna do that.
No,
We just gonna say yeah, and every time they say not guilty, it go. Just go back and look at it. It's got to be on YouTube. I was crying laughing. I don't know. I'm just stupid like that. But that made me think about, okay.
Oh, my God. You're so stupid. Your ADD done kicked in.
What goes on in your head?
I know. Lord have mercy. That's that creative geniusness going on. Anyway, for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. And today is $500 Friday.
Hey.
Make sure you're listening at 9:33 and 8:33 Central. If you are the lucky caller number 9, that is, you can answer the Savor the City question this week. That $500 is yours. Coming up next, we got Rock T's HBC. You know who we repping today, Rock T?
Brat, we gonna holler at South Carolina State University today, man.
Hey,
HBC, you know. Next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BRAT.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Chris Brown has officially been charged in connection to an alleged attack with a Don Julio 1942 tequila bottle in the UK, and he's expected to appear in court today. He's facing charges of intentional grievous bodily harm in connection to the alleged attack that happened at a nightclub back in 2023. The incident reportedly left the victim with serious injuries. The victim is Abi Diao, a music producer. He alleges that Chris attacked him unprovoked and smashed him over the head with a bottle 2 or 3 times and then punched and kicked him, sending him to the hospital with a collapsed knee and other severe injuries. Chris Brown was initially arrested not long after landing in Manchester Airport yesterday about 2 a.m. Police detectives went to the 5-star Lowry Hotel in Manchester where he had been staying to make the arrest. Chris Brown was scheduled to appear in court in Manchester early this morning, but the proceedings were reportedly pushed back due to a delay in court. His fans also showed up to support him. There were too many to fit inside of the courtroom. So we sending prayers out to Chris Brown and prayers out to the man, and I'm going to keep y'all posted on what's going on with that because Chris Brown has been doing so well. I'm so proud of him being on tour and stuff. You know, he's been selling out shows. He's one of the great. He's to me, he's our Michael Jackson. Him and Usher and Beyonce, they're like the Michael Jacksons to me of our time. So we just want to make sure everybody's safe.
And that lady that sang Encore. Don't do that now.
Cheryl Lynn, exactly.
Damn right.
Oh, Lord.
Good enough.
Deserves an encore. Your good love deserves an encore.
Everybody black. You ain't black if that song ain't played at a family reunion. Damn right.
All right, y'all, the Smurfs are back. Yes, we love the Smurfs. La, 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 la. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Paramount has just dropped the official trailer for its upcoming animated feature, The Smurfs, and it arrives with a major musical surprise. A brand new original song by our girl Rihanna, and it's titled Friend of Mine. The song lifted from the film's upcoming soundtrack drops today. The movie hits theaters on July 18th. Rihanna, who leads the voice cast as Smurfette. Yes, girl.
So cute.
Yes, and she is also a producer on the project. I mean, this girl just don't stop. Come on, from the music.
You know Smurfette is an icon.
Yes,
with
she
older black
is.
women because they be wearing them shoes to church.
That's not right.
You know what?
Them white shoes?
That's not
Them white shoes?
Nope.
3-inch kitty heels?
Oh, Lord. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Shut up. Shut up.
You know Smurfette an icon. You see that why TJ wear a hair like Smurfette?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Lord, TJ. Oh, Lord. Y'all know what time it is, y'all? It's $500 Friday. Oh, Lord. And if you watch Savor the City on TV One last night, all you have to do is be caller number 9 and answer this question, and the $500 is yours. Shut up. Let me tell them this week's question. Oh, my goodness. Which Martha's Vineyard beach was named because of its frequent use by black visitors? Which Martha's Vineyard beach was named because of its frequent use by black visitors? Be calling number 9 right now at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKY for your chance to win $500. Good luck, y'all. Call now. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.